What's up, everybody? Mark with Coffee&Toys here, bringing you another G.I. Joe Classified Series unboxing and review. There's just been so many new subscribers to the channel, and I just want to take a moment to thank you once again for subscribing to the channel. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and like I promised, when we hit 1,000, I'm definitely going to do another giveaway. We're going to give away a Steel Core 2-pack, and then probably something else that I might be reviewing today. So let's just jump right into it. Today on the channel, we are reviewing the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series number 75, Chuckles, and you have a chance to get one for free. So let's get into it. So yes, this is the San Diego Comic-Con Hasbro Pulse exclusive figure Chuckles, and if you don't know who Chuckles is, Chuckles was introduced in the 1987 G.I. Joe, the movie, animated movie that is, and he didn't have any words. He didn't speak in the show at all. He was kind of just a very silent, wearing that Hawaiian shirt, for whatever reason, freakishly strong, and also riding on top of the tomahawk, if you remember that from the movie. It was very weird. But I gotta tell you, I was never a fan of Chuckles until IDW did I'm trying to remember what it was called. If it was just G.I. Joe Cobra or if it had a specific name. But it starred Chuckles, and man, that was a dark and gritty series and is still my favorite IDW G.I. Joe storyline by far. If you haven't read it, highly recommend. It's so cool. The take on Cobra Commander, the take on Chuckles, Jinx is in it. There is a lot in that story, and I cannot recommend that series enough. But we are not here to talk about the comic. We are here to talk about the figure in the 6-inch G.I. Joe Classified series. So, if you're new to the channel, thank you, welcome. Make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe down below, hit the bell notification, set it to all notifications, and comment. Let me know if this is a figure you like, if Chuckles is a character you like. Chuckles does have a very a large cult following, and he is funny. He wears a Hawaiian shirt. He's like Magnum P.I. He's just, everybody loves Magnum P.I., so everybody loves Chuckles. At least that's the way I look at it. But what we do on this channel is I'm an out-of-box collector, so we will first review the figure in the package, talk about it, say what we like, what we don't like, and then we really dive into it. We take the figure out, we accessorize it. We might do some comparisons. Not really sure who we'll compare Chuckles against, but if we don't do a comparison, we'll finalize some thoughts on it, and I'll give you my recommendation on whether you should pick it up or not. As of this particular moment right now, he is unavailable on Hasbro Pulse. Now, he has been popping back up every once in a while, so if you're still looking for one, you might have an opportunity to get it. Again, it was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure. You had to have a special QR code to find it, but since then, like I said, they've been popping in and out of the Hasbro Pulse store, so you might get lucky and get one. But that being said, let's jump over and check out Chuckles. All right, this is the packaging that Chuckles comes in. Obviously very different, being a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. We get a unique packaging, still the plastic-free packaging, however. But in this one, we can see him looking through a monitor, and it's a very comical monitor, or picture, I should say. So you see Chuckles, he's all beat up, he's flashing a peace sign, and he's got that Cobra dossier with the bat information. And we reviewed this with the Crimson Strike team. This actually comes as an accessory, a cardboard piece that you can actually look at. And of course, Tomax, Zaymont, and the Baroness are very upset with what's going on. And this is kind of just like a speaker area, and it's tuned into a specific channel. And this is all kind of embossed, so it has some texture to it. It's very cool. And here we see it says Philip Chuckles Provost. Very cool. Very cool. Spinning it around to the side, we do see some more, making it look like a transistor. I mean, it looks like it's from the 80s. It's a whole bunch of wires and switches and plugs and, old VGA connections. I mean, it's very old. Nothing modern about what I'm seeing here. Spinning around the back, we do see the Enterprise, Extensive Enterprises logo and something attached to it. I'm not really sure what that is. We got our legalese down here, so nothing too special there. But again, this is embossed, so that's kind of cool. And then on this side, we see he is number 75 in the series. And then we got some dials. I think it's funny, it goes up to 11. Turn it up to 11. All the dials are that way, actually. And then down here we have another QR code, which I'm going to imagine doesn't do anything. One noticeable absence as I spin it around and look is that there is no iconography for Chuckles. So we don't really know what Chuckles is all about. Now, it looks like from the side we do have it where it does open a little bit. Actually, it looks like this might be a flap. So let's go ahead and just see what this is all about. Pull out my trusty blade. Give me just a second, folks. I'm going to get this open so we can see what it's all about. Because it does indeed seem like it is a flap that opens up. So I have cut the tape, and let's see if I can get this to open. At least I thought I cut the tape. There we go. Okay, so it does open up and reveal. Okay, this is very cool. So we do get the pre-rendered image of Chuckles, and he is sporting that bruised up face, and we see him on a beach of some sort, maybe Miami, maybe somewhere else, I'm not sure. He has his briefcase with him on all the accessories you can see in that dossier. And then down here we got another briefcase, which looks very much like the briefcase look of the packaging for the Crimson Strike team, including the gold bars that were printed on the back side of the cardboard cutout. And then we have a helicopter with a rope bridge, or a rope ladder rather, hanging down. I'm assuming that's for Chuckles to get away. Can't really tell who's driving it. But on this side, we do get just a cool little, hey, here's what's happening with Chuckles. Looks like he's at a hotel called the Coconut Palm, and he's all beat up. He's getting the stuff. Bats are coming after him, and he's just kicking the crap out of them, getting out, busting out the window, and jumping into his getaway car. And yeah, that's very cool. So you can actually open this up and display it just like this, or you can simply close it back up and display it on your shelf like this. So very, very cool. But we're going to just leave it at that for a moment, because what we need to do now is get Chuckles out of the package and see what he is all about. Okay, we have Chuckles out of the packaging, and of course he's sporting that beautiful Hawaiian shirt. And if we just kind of take a quick look at him, we'll start at the top rather, and we'll zoom in on his head sculpt. It's a very, very good head sculpt. Definitely reminds me a lot of the cartoon version of Chuckles and less of the comic book version of Chuckles. I mean, very broad chin, cleft in the chin, which is a nice little add-on, and I mean, very well done. Just this is a hero's face in my opinion. And just take a look at the back of the head. Got that blonde hair that he's known for, and just moving down the body, of course, he's got all the standard articulation that you would expect. He's got a bicep cut. He's got butterfly hinges. This is, it's kind of loose, but that's okay. The ab crunch, which is good. There's his communicator on his belt. I like that. Spinning him around a little bit, we've got two plugs in the back. You actually probably saw me pull this off because I did snap it in there because I was just kind of playing around with him and I forgot to take it off. I apologize. But we'll get to the accessories in a moment. Moving down the body, now this is an older style. These are the older style legs, so they do have pins in them, but that's okay. No big deal there. One leg knife sheath, rather, and double jointed knees. Of course, the boots are articulated, and yeah, we got the hinged 360 ankle. So this is a very standard G.I. Joe figure. Again, this is an exclusive, so they may or may not re-release this figure. I don't know. Oh, one thing I did want to point out as well was that I do like this watch he has. So I will zoom in on that so you can take a look. Hopefully I can get the light. There you go. You can see it's on a countdown. It's got 1 second remaining. Or it could be 12:01 a.m. or p.m. This is actually a separate accessory. You can pop the hand off and you can take it off if you want to, because I did check that out right before I started filming. And yeah, very cool. So that being said, let's zoom out, because of course Chuckles is more than just a figure himself. He does come with a number of accessories. So we will get through that right now, and I'm going to try to figure out what to start with, because there is certainly a lot, and you will hear me dropping all the accessories out. So let's start with the briefcase. Now, I did just open it up. Again, I was playing with it earlier because a number of the accessories can fit inside this briefcase, which is nice. But it is a new briefcase. This is not obviously the same one used by Destro, because I think he's the only other character that comes with a briefcase that I can immediately think of. But I will say I am kind of surprised that this briefcase is done in brown. It's kind of beat up, but in the actual comic strip, you see him getting the Crimson Strike briefcase, which is silver, and it has the Cobra logo on it. So to me, it seems like it actually would have been smarter, from a continuity perspective, to include the Destro briefcase, because that actually is closer to what he takes versus whatever this beat up one is, unless it's supposed to represent his briefcase and he's just putting the dossier and whatever else he needs to still in it. But it does open up, if I can reopen it, and there's nothing really exciting in here. It's just kind of a tan color, and there's nothing really exciting in here. It just looks like a regular old briefcase. Or suitcase. I guess it's a briefcase. It's not a suitcase. It does have some dings on it, so that's kind of neat. But moving on to the next accessories, he does come with a two different sets of handcuffs, which I'm going to show these handcuffs first, because I'm not really sure what's going on here. I mean, are these for him, or are these for him to... Were these on him, or were these not on him? I assume they were on him, and they're broken in this particular case. They don't open up. They're just some rings. You can pop off the hands, slide them on, and, put them on the figure. But these are seemingly broken, and then there is an alternate set where they are connected. So I assume he's been captured, and he manages to break out of that. Might explain why he's so beat up. Speaking of beat up, whenever you have black eyes, you tend to wear some sunglasses. Mine were warped out of the package, so that is unfortunate. Nothing major, nothing that can't be bent back into place, but you can see they do have a reddish pink sheen to them, so that's kind of cool. Speaking of pink, he does come with a lei that is also in pink. That just fits right over the head. I think that's kind of a fun accessory. Chuckles having a good time, matches his shirt very well. He does come with some binoculars, and they are cast all in black. Nothing too special about them, but he has them for, reconnaissance. And the accessory you saw me pull off earlier was a tape deck, which is very, very similar looking to a certain Decepticon. So I think that's really cool. I think that's a nice little Easter egg. Zooming back out, he does come with a headset for said cassette player, and does have some orange ear pads on it, so it's not just all black. That looks very nice. He comes with a knife cast with a black handle and a silver gray blade, serrated. He comes with his pistol sidearm, which is very nice. It does have an opening in it, so you can put blast effects in it, which I do appreciate. And then finally, that dossier, like I mentioned earlier, that's kind of the real reason behind this character. And just, you can see it's got the Crimson Bat, spin around so you can see it, picture on it. And we know this is the documents for creating the bat that I assume he has stolen from Dr. Mindbender or the twins or Baroness or all of them. And that is really his accessories that come with the figure. So I'm going to take a moment to get him Oh, I almost forgot. I am so sorry. The most important accessory possibly, the alternate profile or portrait. So here it is. And man, he has had the absolute shit kicked out of him. And I'm not going to filter myself, because he is happy, but he is missing a tooth. He's got one eye swollen shut. The other eye is also black. He's got a couple of scratches on his face, and he is just looking rough, but still smiling, and still that hair is just perfect. Surprisingly, the hair is fine, but the face is not. So yeah, very, very cool. So let's get him accessorized, and then we'll come back and we'll do some final thoughts on this figure. Okay, so I did get him accessorized, and I kind of made him in a more leisurely state. Now, it's probably how I'm actually going to display him on my shelf, because I like that... I just kind of like this. This is I'm successful in my mission, and I didn't get beat up. But yeah, so just to give you a quick look at what we got here, we've got the headphones on his head, we got the lei around his neck, we got the glasses in his hand. The glasses don't fit, because of how they're bent on mine, do not fit great over his head. So that's my only complaint. Briefcase I also don't like, because he's got the pistol holding hands. The briefcase doesn't, it fits in there, it just kind of looks weird in my opinion. Of course, we got the knife in the sheath, we got the gun in the holster on him. And if you spin him around to the back, you can see where the tape deck and binoculars both plug into the belt very nicely. So I do like that. I will try to show you real quick just how that... I want to take these off. They just kind of sit on his head. They're not really too firm on there. But the glasses, I had a hard time. So they sit on his head, but as you can clearly see, they're, in my particular example, they look very bad because it's bent so much. Now again, you can heat that up with some hot water and flex them back into place, and they'll probably stay. But just because of the material, I think I'm gonna stick with those not on his head. But yeah, and then just to show you one more time, hopefully I've got the other image up on the screen so you can see what his alternate portrait looks like on his head. But you can open it up and you can put a number of accessories in this briefcase, which is nice because I always like my figures to be able to hold all their accessories. There's the dossier right there. And of course you can throw in the handcuffs if you don't want to lose them because they're in separate pieces. And the other set of handcuffs and even the headphones all fit very nicely in here. So thank you, Hasbro team, for engineering that in such a way that it actually can hold all the accessories. You can even throw the glasses in there and you'd still have plenty of room. But yeah, as far as that, I think this is definitely worth picking up. Like I said, I don't think they're available right now on Hasbro Pulse, but who knows? We are entering the heaviest part of the shopping season. Black Friday deals might pop up. Maybe Hasbro will get a few more of these in stock. You know, sometimes when there's a character that they really is popular, they do second and even third runs. Dr. Mindbender and Serpentor are prime examples of that they made multiple runs on the figure. So maybe Chuckles will be the same way. But you guys tell me in the comments down below, and make sure you like the video. Is this a figure you picked up? Is it not a figure you want or have any desire for? But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, I did say at the end of this video, I am going to give away a Chuckles because I have 3 of them and I don't need 3. I am going to be very happy to give away a Chuckles with my 1,000 subscribers. So we're dangerously close to 1,000. I need you to like this video. I need you to comment and I need you to subscribe because once we get that subscription done, I'm going to run a giveaway and I'm going to give away a Steel Core 2-pack, one of these Chuckles in the package, and probably something else or maybe 2 or 3 other things. I don't know, but I have to get to 1,000 subscribers first. So make sure you're following me on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it. I am Coffee&Toys, so at Coffee_in_toys is the handle. And yeah, you'll see when we have 1,000 subscribers, I'll do an announcement over there on how you guys can possibly win one of these great prizes, or maybe I'll give it away in a live giveaway. I haven't decided yet, but definitely going to be giving away a Chuckles. So make sure you're following Twitter. That's probably the best way to reach me. And otherwise, I'm Mark. You've been watching Coffee with Toys, and I'll see you later.